put this to music. Incredible try. Pandemonium. Absolute scene. The crowd goes wild.
Kia ora, good evening. I'm Andrew Mulligan. She's Storm Purvis, and tonight on The Crowd Goes Wild, Liam Lawson is the latest Aotearoa Alpha driver.
Woo!
Let's remember the bigger picture, what it is for the All Blacks.
Yeah.
Timbervise sees the big future for Mia Motu. Anna pins down Mad Mike before it went sideways for Mad Max.
All that plus an NASCAR crash car. Producer Ra was at Arsenal and smashed him, bro! But first...
The big juicy news story at the top of the show.
She's checking her watch. We got half an hour to go, Storm. You can get through
I was
this.
checking my heart rate, actually.
Oh, yeah? What was it
It's
saying?
at 96, which is quite high.
Well, you got two heartbeats in there.
It's true.
Yeah.
We're really tight tonight. You've got to read
It's
quickly.
making her anxious.
Go.
I'm stalling. Leading your CGW tonight. You know that feeling when you've got nothing planned for the weekend, chill, maybe go get a pint, the world's your oyster. But all of a sudden you find yourself in the seat of an F1 car for your debut race in the Dutch Grand Prix. Nah, neither.
What Molly's trying to say is that that's the situation Kiwi driver Liam Lawson found himself in. After Daniel Ricciardo broke his finger in practice, Liam stepped up.
It's in at the deep end on practice session in a car I don't think he's driven before, and then qualifying. So one of the toughest tracks.
Have you had a chance to talk to your mum and dad?
Very briefly. I told them I'd be driving, and that was literally the last message I sent. There's been a lot to go through in the last 2 days.
How will Liam Lawson fare then on his Formula One debut?
The weather was more confused than a dementia ward, but that didn't stop our lad.
This is how Liam Lawson's weekend has gone from, decent to brilliant. He's got DRS, he's going down the inside. Liam Lawson in his F1 debut for AlphaTauri gets past Charles Leclerc and he is up into 15th place.
Amazing start from the very back to a 13th place finish. And from a debut to a vet, Dixon was chilling a tuck shop juicy in St.
That's
Louis.
exactly what Scott Dixon wanted to see. Everybody from 9th back is technically a lap down right now because he has not pit.
More strats than Hendricks, and he smoked it.
He's going to win back-to-back. Scott Dixon has done it again. 22 seconds. 22 seconds was the margin of victory. He didn't just win it, he absolutely decimated them with that strategy.
Yeah, you hear that? Beat them by 22 seconds.
You know, any other 21-year-old that texts their parents when they're in the Netherlands and says, Mum, Dad, I'm driving, is not a great thing. But because it's Liam Lawson, it's fine.
What a wild weekend.
What a wild
21.
He is like, we've been going, oh, Liam Lawson's close, surely he's going to get a ride, he's going to get a drive, surely. And then it's like, bang, you're in.
I know. And he'll probably be in for Monza. Obviously, Daniel Ricciardo, broken thumb, or something in his hand. Monza, possibly Singapore too, because it's a rougher track. You're going to need to use your hand grip. So, I mean, if that's how he went, like Christian Horner was saying, in the rain, in a car he's barely driven.
Yeah, true.
What a start.
Max Verstappen won 9 races in a row now. We have more Christian Horner stuff for you later.
Yeah, okay.
Right, if you thought you had a rough start to your Monday, imagine how Scott Barrett must be feeling about now, ahead of his judicial hearing. We should know the outcome sometime tonight, but here's hoping the room's full of Owen Farrell sympathisers, eh?
Oh, no, he's all right.
Not guilty.
What's the matter with you?
I have a reasonable doubt now.
As for Tyrell Lomax, he required 30 stitches at different depths to his butchered knee that looked like it had been bitten in a bad zombie movie.
He's got a massive gash, it's horrendous.
Did the ref not do the sprint check before the game? You know, when you're in age grade rugby, you've all got to line up.
France took on Eddie Jones / Steve Hanson's Wallabies, and there were 2 controversial penalties. Now, if you're going to card Big Bad Barrett, then have some consistency.
Dundee got the shoulder to the head. That was what the penalty was for.
Well, just a penalty. Nothing off the ball, please.
I don't need strong specs like Coach Fabian Gauthier to see that was definitely to the head. Owen Farrell was seen here explaining how to tackle around the neck, although he was so far up that his side couldn't hear him.
Rub with Demanda, showing Johnny May a clean pair of heels, and then the offload. Out there to the fullback, through Assisi. Oh, he's off and running, and look at Fiji here. Ambose.
And this place you thought was quiet from a little pocket of Fijian supporters that have gone mad.
It's wild, wild. Anyway, I wonder how Eddie Jones is feeling after realising Australia's pool is no longer looking like a shallow swim.
Just wondering what you made of Fiji's win over England yesterday.
Can you say that again?
Just wondering what you made of Fiji's win over England yesterday.
Oh, bulla bulla.
Hope you picked the floaties, Eddie. England did not make it out of their pool in 2015.
I'm still angry about the pool situation. It's really quite ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Tell them why it's ridiculous.
Because we've got France, Ireland, New Zealand and South Africa all in 2 pools on the same side of the draw. The top 4 nations in world rugby at the moment. And then who's in the other one?
Don't they do the pools and the draw like years before the World Cup starts?
Which might be normal in all sports, I'm not sure. Is it done on...
No, because qualification takes ages.
Yeah, but they're for like the bottom places qualification.
I'm talking about in sport in general.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, look, I don't know, but I'm angry about it.
I'm angry
It's
too.
stressing me out.
We're angry because...
Jones, it's still easy for you, so,
Fox
you know.
beat us like that. All right, it wasn't just the All Blacks taking punches from South Africans on Saturday night. We had not 1, but 4 South African boxers come over to compete against New Zealand's best.
We had 3 titles on the line with Mia Motu, Jerome Pampelone and Lani Daniels redeeming some mana. And Tim Purvis was ringside to cause trouble.
As the crowd came through to Event Finest Stadium to watch the scraps, I got to go backstage and check out the Peach team.
I'm in there, I'm ready, I'm focused, I'm dangerous.
You remember what I taught you already? Just remember this one, bro?
Yep, I remember it. Push! I was getting into a mode where I'm locked in. Obviously, I'm a bit nervous. I'm not worried about it. I just know what I got to do when we get in the ring.
Talks with these knuckles, baby.
Yeah, that's the one, bro.
The question everybody's asking, what are the jandal situations for tonight?
I'm going to green tonight. I couldn't find the pink at home, so I'm going to green.
We're going green. Let's bring them over.
Size too small so they don't fall off.
That's perfect.
Right on the feet. And yeah, where you go, bro.
And it was the South African opponents that couldn't handle the jandal, Pampelone and Mia Motu retaining their belts, as well as Pipiwai's finest, Lani Daniels, getting the KO win.
Oh man, the female boxing world is taking over, man. It's a really great thing that they're doing right now. We got 2 great champions.
Bro, I know that guy from somewhere. How was that?
I think you'll have a very, very slow night, taking a lot of punching.
There's been a few people that have challenged me over the years.
Call them out right now. Who are they?
I don't want to name any of them because I'm so scared of fighting that I'd rather just be sitting down and having a Heineken and a bread roll.
A long reach, brother. I've seen that reach. I know this guy. Steve MacGyver, if you're out there, mate, Rog wants a piece of you.
No, I've seen Steve.
He's actually right over here, bro. Steve. No, he's not, mate.
We're going to get in the ring, me and you.
He just threatened me.
Julius Long, right, the world's tallest boxer.
Yep.
And used to be porn star.
That's where I know him from. Oh, yeah, it's Tim Purvis, Kroger's World.
You versus Rog.
Me?
Yeah. Holy moly.
It would not last long.
Rate yourself.
No, rate Rog. He gets so angry for a little man. Love you, Rog. Just kidding. I work with Rog in the mornings.
Do you know, I have met Rog a few times. He's got short arms. Hey, don't laugh. It's just an observation.
Keep going.
You're shorter arms than you.
Absolutely. I got long arms.
Versus Rog, let's make it happen. I love Mia Motu. I love her. She's just...
Mia Motu, thanks, Sarah.
Thanks,
We're just going to
Sarah.
say she dislocated her shoulder, but we can't talk about it.
In the first minute.
Yeah.
Wow.
After the break, the best of the rest of everything we couldn't properly fit in the show.
So packed.
Yeah, dislocated her shoulder.
Yeah.
We always have room for the Taniwha's Tom Robinson. And producer Ra fit in a trip to Arsenal for tax purposes for us.
You know, the thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
Ooh. Noah Lyles, fastest man on the planet. I get what he's saying, but then...
Yeah, you get what he's saying, but does he need to say it? It's still like all the best players in the world play in the NBA.
Yes.
But I'm guessing you're not representing your country.
No, but then some of the best players, if not all of them, at one stage have played for their country and won at Olympic and World Cups.
Sure. Why is he saying that in the first place?
I don't know.
People should be celebrating him, right? Surely everyone's celebrating him.
I know.
I wonder.
Him and Sha'Carri Richardson. All right. The Premier League's return in the UK is a special time of year, and it just so happened to coincide with the end of our producer Ra's seemingly endless hot guy European holiday.
Hot guy.
Hasn't he just... Why did he just move there? Is he just moved there?
Yeah, if he's not back next week, we're splitting his salary.
But it's so meagre.
Probably isn't much. But yes, he was in London for the Arsenal-Fulham game, which turned out to be a humdinger, and we have no idea how, but he managed to absolutely blag his way in. Here he is with the who's who of the Gooners.
Miss you, Ray.
The Premier League is big. But I didn't know quite how big until I met this guy.
So I DJ for the club, we do all the kit launches, every Premier League match day at home. So
what's the goal with DJing a kit launch?
Do they spend more money?
I can confirm that merch store DJing works. Come on, you Gunners. Okay, time to take my new jersey on an Arsenal statue tour.
I don't reckon I'll give that one a go, it looks a bit hard.
Oh, that is definitely a 10. You've got to look more angry. Come on, more angry. Look over here. Yeah, that's it. Brilliant. Oh, love that. That's a fantastic Thierry Henry pose. Crowd goes wild.
Cheers, Ian, mate. Arsenal Footy Club is 136 years old, which is almost as old as Gooner for life, Terry.
My first game was in 1951. I was 9 years of age.
They also attract one of the largest global fan bases in football, with 27 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah, as far from China, I flew about 10 hours. I think it's my dream to be here.
Last season, the Gunners came agonisingly close to winning the Premier League, but after a slippery slide, they finished 5 points short of Man City. Former player and commentator Matt Upson reckons they still have a red-hot crack in them in 2023.
Yeah, I think it's a couple of great signings. I mean, I think Declan Rice is an outstanding signing. Mikel Arteta clearly wanted to make Arsenal better because they're going to need to be better to win the Premier League because Manchester City are in fantastic form.
I was mostly keeping up with what Matt was saying until the soccer football chat got a little bit too techie.
Going from a back three to a back four in and out of possession, which I think you'll see today a little bit with Thomas Partey going really high.
Okay, mate, you've lost me.
Thanks, man.
Awesome. Okay, have a great call. Heading into the game, the consensus was that Arsenal would absolutely clean Fulham up. But in the first minute...
Narrow space. Oh, what a start!
It was a drama-filled game with a thunderstorm, a red card and 4 goals.
And he plays it in! It's a brilliant ball! It's a brilliant finish!
After the game, most players said no to interview requests, except for Raul Jimenez, who was happy.
Happy, getting a point here.
And Gabi Martinelli, who was not so happy.
We came back in the game and we scored 2, but in the end we conceded in the set piece. But it's a point, and of course we are disappointed as well, but we go for the next game and try to win.
A small stumble on what I'm sure will be another big season for the Gunners. And if not, the North London faithful will be singing regardless. Pomari, crowd goes wild.
Put on your right. Tonight's show, as we've said, is about as full as my belly is, but there's always room to squeeze some of the weekend stop sporting moments in. Shut up. Starting with Dame Lisa Carrington, who hauled in a 3rd world title at the Canoe Sprint World Champs early this morning in the K1 200 legend.
What a race! What a race! It just blows my mind to see how she makes it almost look easy.
14th gold medal overall on the World Championship. When do you slow down?
Right at the end.
Touche, Lisa, touche. In the end, it was 15 world titles with her additional golds in the K4 500 and K1 500. Wow. What a legend. But do you know who's not a ledge? The TV director at the Athletic World Championships, who managed to miss every single one of Maddie Wishy's throws in the shot put final because the bloody men's pole vault final was on at the same time.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes, Curtis Marshall. That is more like it. A wild celebration from the mustachioed Australian.
Yeah, well, if they had showed Maddie, we would have seen a wild celebration from her too after throwing a personal best and placing 7th. Woo! Woo! Okay, over in the EPL, Haaland showed us he might be human after all.
Off the post. Erling Haaland fluffs his line. seconds, and it remains 0-0.
But then later debunked that theory with this goal.
Standing up for Haaland. And finally, it is pure relief.
Yeah, pure relief that he didn't have to go full Monty against Sheffield. Final score, 2-1 to Man City.
Do I add him to my fantasy team?
I was just going to say, I'm winning our very minuscule CGW Fantasy League at the moment.
There's 4 of us in it.
I know, but I don't care. I'm beating you, beating Mully, and I think Tim Provise is the only other one in there.
All right, over the last few years here at
Coney,
CGW, we have been graced with the luscious red locks of Tom Robinson in many of our stories. But all good things must come to an end.
Don't worry, he doesn't mean the show yet. Tom is off to Japan to join Toyota Blitz.
December.
And Josh, like all good mates do, sent him off with a haircut.
Tommy, what are you doing, mate? Can't go dressed like that.
Mate, this is a formal outfit in Northland. I'm overdressed, mate.
The hair, come on, mate. I've got you sorted. Come in here. Dom's leaving us for Japan, where I know they scrub up a bit smarter than in the Northland.
Yeah, it'll be a different culture. I don't think I can wear bare feet as much as I do around here.
So I've brought him to get cleaned up for his big move.
I mean, if you can make me look like that, I'd be pretty happy.
Tommy, you're a Crowd Goes Wild favourite, but you're leaving us.
Time has come. I know, it's going to be emotional, mate. I'm going to miss you.
Tom's achieved his rugby dreams of playing for Northland and the Blues, but there's one goal he's leaving behind.
The dream was to play for the All Blacks, there's no doubt about that. What didn't work out, and I can leave knowing that I've given it my all, you know? No, I'm excited, I'm ready to go on a bit of an adventure. I'm feeling it, Charlie, I'm vibing off you.
Watercolour looks a little bit strange out there.
Looks like the Waikato River.
It's no secret that Tom will be missed on the field and in the sheds.
People like Curdy, Marcel, up north, Maddich, Dan Hawkins, Ranger, there's just so many of them. I don't know how many workplaces it'd be where you'd go and laugh as much as I would. Most of the time I'm on the receiving end of it, but I love that, you know.
And there's a few things he'll miss too.
We've got some awesome supporters here, man. The Blues supporters and the Northland supporters, what they go through over the years in terms of results-wise. We've got people up north that will literally come to every game. Where I'm going, I want to have that same passion. So I think Charlie's on something here.
I think Tom's going to be big in Japan.
Everyone will just call me Godzilla. Just walking down the street and stuff. People just looking at me. Ginger Godzilla. GGZ. Imagine me just modelling on the top of a massive tower in Tokyo.
Yeah, well, it sounds good.
I'm never coming home. This is a new haircut, new me. I'm a new man right now.
It's pretty close,
Same.
But there's one thing missing, mate. Tommy, beautiful. Japan doesn't know what's coming.
I'm ready, mate. Let's do this.
Let's go. Nice work. You can take the boy out of Northland, but you can't take the Northland out of the boy. Josh Cromfeld, Crowd Goes Wild.
Damn.
Wow.
Well done, Josh. He looks great.
What a handsome man.
Handsome man. He's always been a handsome man. Just that kind of classic, less refined Northland look, you know.
And Josh. Handsome man.
Yes. Much more refined in his later years. He's going to the same club as Aaron Smith and Bodie Barrett, which is, man, pretty cool.
That's quite the axis. I wonder they put him at lock or they put him at number 8 or 6.
Well, he's going to be huge, so probably lock.
Anyway. It's a big band there. Right, still to come on the show. NASCAR crash car. Anna gets the drift with Mad Mike and Mad Max. And we have Smashed and Bro heading straight for you.
Into the wall hard goes Ryan Blaney off the nose of Ty Gibbs, and the big one happens. And around goes a couple cars. Priest upside down. He's barrel rolling through the grass. Ryan Priest upside down in the infield.
Yeah, just a couple of gnarly crashes at the Daytona NASCAR. Ryan Priest was fine, for those wondering.
He's fine.
Spectacular.
11 times.
Just a warning, all right? This next clip contains images and scenes that might offend some audiences.
And by some audiences, he means
don't do
boomers. So look away, Mully.
I'm Gen X.
Also, kids, don't try this at your local Pack and Save car park, okay?
When Max Verstappen decides he wants to learn how to drift, there's only one guy in the world who you'd call. He's Kiwi, he's mad, and his name is Mike.
Never done it, so I don't know what to expect, really.
Well, this is the car, man. Like, this is arguably the most traveled drift car on the planet. As soon as we knew we were going to be doing a project with Max, we rebuilt the Mad Bull, which was my first drift car we built back in like 2007. Rebuilt it here at the Mad Lab, because now we're doing everything in-house here, all our motors, the whole lot. So rebuilt that, sent it up to UK with the stadium truck, and then, yeah, got to put him first time for someone else to drive that car sideways.
And sideways he got, switching up his 1,000 horse F1 car for a 600 horse rotary. And it turns out he's human after all.
Oh, there we go. Oh, you're right, foot on the clutch. I think it's been I've been the most nervous in the last 1 or 2 years doing that. So just because it's not natural, right? It's not what I do normally.
Yeah, and he also doesn't normally drive on the left side of the road.
I'm on the right-hand side of the car, so everything is opposite to me. So that took a little bit of time to get used to. But yeah, it was insanely cool.
How's the pit stop? Fast enough for you?
I think it's not too bad.
Not too bad? He picked it up really well, and just the fun, like to see from when he landed, like, you know, literally F1 comes in, lands in the chopper, comes in super serious, like, man, how's this going to go? I'm like, let's just give him a freestyle run. So he blew off a set of tyres, and from that moment, then he just really opened up, was like, wow, you know, he couldn't believe how much grip was in the car and how much, you know, response, and it was really cool to see that.
Just a day in the life of Mad Mike and Max Verstappen. Under Wilcox, crowd goes wild.
God, so cool. All I wanted in life was to be a Red Bull athlete.
Oh, of course.
Just another thing I failed at.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the club.
Kayla Cullen, she was a Red Bull athlete.
Was she?
Yep.
But her knees held up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she
had like 3 surgeries as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She played more tests?
And she married Sean Johnson.
Oh, yeah, and he's ripped. And he probably gets free Red Bull. You know?
Probably.
Sean's on fire at the moment, probably going to win the Dally M.
Yeah. Hey, it was a really cool story, though. Sorry to bring you all down.
That was awesome.
So cool. Legends.
Right, last week the segment was brought to you by Uncle Y's Concrete Pills. That's not actually a real thing, okay? So if you'd want to sponsor it, please get in touch with ad sales. It's time for...
Smash That Bro!
Yes!
We'll get this one out of the way early because Storm wanted it at number 1.
Come on.
Welcome to Canberra-land, they reckon. Jesus, that'll wake you up.
Fair game, yes, in the spirit of Smashed and Bro. The jury is out on that one. Either way, Joseph Tapini, Smashed and Bro! Is there anything better than a raging semi?
What?
Now here is Radradra, just dumps down Maylands, his old teammate from his Bristol days.
All the boomers watching said no. Martin should have really known better though. Never bother with a semi. Semi Radradra.
Smashed and
Bro! From a Fijian over an Englishman to a steamer over a bull.
Look at a change in the third gear. Clatters in to Stephen Pinobetta. They may need an ibuprofen after that.
Hey, Jeff, leave the jokes to me, buddy. How about, yeah, that was a good one. Now, Rohi McGarvey Black, Smashed and Bro! This segment is never one to shy away from a good rhyme.
Victor the Inflictor!
He's off the Richter, such a constrictor. Who could have predicted? Thanks, Cheese. Victor Radley, Smashed and Bro! And finally, don't you hate it when your eyes can't tell the difference between grass green and fluoro green?
Did we just see there? Bit of hurdles? Well, Liz, I don't think they can call that a hurdle if you don't attempt to jump. I think that may make crowd goes wild. Is that right, Taylor Curtis?
Taylor doesn't call the shots around here, okay? I do. Then Storm tells me we can't. Anyway, Braxton Sorensen McGee is this week's number 1 Smash
Yes! Oh, you all saw us yelling. That was a TV secret.
That was a what?
A TV secret.
Oh.
We do the yelling.
We do the yelling.
Wow, okay.
Now they're on to us.
Damn it.
Please don't tell everybody else. Okay.
I don't know what to ask you. Yeah.
What? You can ask me anything.
I don't want to.
Okay, good chat.